Hey guys, okay, so about to hit the gym as usual. I feel like I'm always wanting to talk when I'm getting ready to go work out or something, but there was this video that I saw about how there's more Christian women switching over to this IG model status where they're preaching or posting more biblical quotes and scriptures and being inspirational, but they're not presenting themselves Christianly, in a sense where they're basically showing their booty every other post, or wearing skin tight clothing all the time, and basically somewhat sexualizing themselves, but still trying to portray themselves as biblical. So let's just unpack this just really shortly, or I want to try to give my perspective on it. I feel like that has always been the case. I know, just based off of Facebook, because I'm not on Instagram, but based off of Facebook, you see people posting pictures of themselves all the time, whether it's sexually suggestive or just showcasing certain body parts, and there's this inspirational quote, or there's this scripture where they're trying to be encouraging, or they're just trying to be profound, or whatever the case may be. But you see that pretty often. I don't think that's like a new thing, but maybe he's just, the person that made the video is just now seeing that in his world, especially in the sense that now people are monetizing it and making it, since I guess they don't want to be seen as the OnlyFans models, or the Instagram typical model chick. They're using Christianity as their form of exposure, so to speak. So I think that's not new to me. It's not new, at least. I know I've seen that quite a bit, and if I've seen it with my limited social media views, I'm pretty sure other people have seen it. And then also, sex sells. Like, that's something that's been prevalent since the dawn of time. I don't know why that would be odd, even if someone is stating that they're a Christian, because we've seen that happen time and time again. That's not something that's not common. And a lot of people feel like if they're going to capture the world, they need to become the world. And if the world is sexualized, then what better way than to sexualize yourself, but push a different type of message. It's giving very much lukewarm, and very much playing both sides of the fence. Like, you can't be in the world and of the world, but saying that you're a Christian. That kind of goes against what the Bible speaks on. So I think that that's something that we all have to be conscious of when you're looking at things. The actions are always going to weigh heavier than the words that are coming out of someone's mouths. If they're showing you one way, meaning they're showing you they're worldly, they're showing you they're doing this and they're doing that, that's very similar to what worldly people do, then you can't necessarily hold their words as heavier weighted, or to weigh more than that. Actions will always outweigh those things. So yeah, that's nothing new. Sex sells. I mean, if they're pushing their body, then obviously that's what is their intention, and that's what needs to be the focus if you're looking at it from the outside looking in. Also, I feel like we don't know what people's intentions are when they're posting, but again, we can also always go by what we're seeing around us and what's playing out. If there's a narrative that's being pushed that, okay, if you present yourself this way, then you will be able to, catapult yourself to success, then that's what's going to happen. But again, you can't play both sides of the fence if you're truly a Christian. We all know this, but that just seems to be something that's prevalent. It is what it is. However, some people do change. They grab your attention that way, and then they flip the script, and then they become more chaste, more whatever, more demure in their presentation. that's possible too. This person may have been doing it. I don't follow whoever it was that they were calling out. So I don't know if that person is just, you know, always like that, always dressed that way, or always been that sexually suggestive. But it doesn't necessarily mean that that's what they're going to stay as well. I mean, everyone can change. I think that's just something we all have to kind of be mindful of. But it's very telling when people get surprised by how we all choose to operate, whether it's being influenced for the better or for the worse. And I'm not here to judge anyone. Everyone has their own walk that they're responsible for, their own cross they have to bear. But at the same time, I do know that it's very hard to set yourself apart as a Christian these days, because it's so much pressure to be of this world in order for you to even get heard. And that's where God always tells us we have to not be of this world. You have to be okay with someone not paying attention to your message because you don't look visually appealing to them. You have to be okay because it'll reach the ones that it needs to reach. You're not meant to come out here and grab everyone who chooses to be, you know, indulging in their fleshly, you know, desires. You're not meant to do that. Everyone has their own choices in life. They can choose to follow God or they can choose to follow the world. And we all know who is over this world at the moment. So I don't think that that's something that people need to put on their shoulders. You're going to be accountable for your own actions and your own way of presenting yourself, because that's how we're to understand judgment. So I don't think that we need to carry this burden of we have to lead everyone to Christ. We have to lead everyone to God by hook, means, or sinker, whatever they want to say. I don't think that that's your burden to bear. So if anyone is out there thinking that they have to do this, they have to do that in order to get their message across, to be, you know, capturing others to Christ, it don't make sense. It don't. It's not your burden. Whoever's meant to hear your message will hear it, regardless of how you choose to present yourself, because the message is what will be the leading factor for that. It's not going to be your body. It's not going to be your face. It's not going to be, you know, your charisma, your charm. It may play a part, but it won't keep someone in their own journey to be better. It's just going to be a very superficial following that you're still not going to get through to them. They're still going to be living the way they want to live behind closed doors anyway. So I think that was an interesting video that I saw earlier about how more Christian women are becoming these sexualized beings that want to capture, you know, people to Christ through their bodies. It was just crazy, but I wanted to give my little 2 cents on it before I go in this gym and hit some weights with my friends. But I just kind of wanted to give that disclaimer. There's too many caveats in that, and it's not new. It's really not new. That's what people do, and that's what people will always do. So yeah, just wanted to get that off my chest real quick. Have a good one, guys. Bye.